Capturing breathtaking 4K aerial footage over ocean cliffs and mountain ridges should produce perfectly smooth cinematic video. But as any experienced pilot knows, strong, gusty coastal winds usually turn that footage into a shaky, jittery, unusable mess. There is a specific kind of stress that comes from watching your expensive drone shake violently in high winds. You can hear the motor straining over open water, and you are forced to choose between landing early or risking a complete crash just to get a shot that will probably end up blurry anyway. This creates a frustrating trade-off for aerial creators. If you buy a cheap, lightweight drone, it drifts out of control the moment a breeze hits. If you want heavy wind resistance, you traditionally have to lug around a massive 5-pound professional setup that is exhausting to transport. In the next 5 minutes, I'm counting down the top 5 best 4K drone cameras that shake off high winds while flying in 2026, counting down from number 5 to the ultimate 1-inch sensor flagship number 1 pick, so you can capture buttery smooth 4K video even in heavy coastal breezes. Every purchase link for the drones we discussed today is waiting for you right in the description box below. Use them to support this channel at no extra cost to you. Achieving a clean, locked horizon shot is not about blindly spending the most money. It requires exactly matching your drone's internal stabilization hardware to the actual wind severity of your environment. Let's look at the options. At number 5, the drone with camera and screen on controller remote control quadcopter. This is built specifically for first-time flyers operating in mild, open park environments. Most beginners learn to fly by tethering their smartphone to a remote control. That setup introduces frustrating screen lag, frequent mobile app crashes, and sudden signal disconnects causing panic. This model solves that friction entirely by delivering a dedicated remote controller with an integrated LCD color screen. It provides a zero-latency, real-time video feed directly to the remote without ever needing a phone. Looking at this diagram, you can see how its optical flow technology works. Instead of relying heavily on GPS, the drone projects downward-facing sensors to lock onto the ground grid and hold its hovering altitude steady. The trade-off here is straightforward. Because this model relies purely on optical flow stabilization rather than a mechanical gimbal, the camera will shake heavily in anything stronger than a light breeze. While it lacks heavy wind resistance, eliminating the complicated smartphone setup makes this the absolute best low-stress starting point for learning the basics of aerial video. At number 4, the DJI Mini 4K drone with 3-axis mechanical gimbal. This represents a massive hardware leap for the budget-conscious travel optimizer looking for baseline cinematic stability. The primary failure point for most sub-249-gram lightweight drones is that they use digital electronic image stabilization. When a 20-mile-per-hour breeze hits, that digital system gets completely overwhelmed. On this split screen, left-side software frantically crops into the frame to artificially hide shaking. On the right, a mechanical gimbal physically pivots. The Mini 4K uses this exact hardware. Its 3-axis gimbal actively cancels wind vibrations, delivering ultra-smooth footage without destructive cropping. The specific trade-off for this cinematic smoothness is that the high-torque propellers are completely exposed. It requires highly careful flying when you are navigating near trees or rock walls compared to fully guarded drones. Upgrading to a true physical 3-axis mechanical gimbal is the only reliable way to achieve level 5 wind resistance without sacrificing your 4K image quality. At number 3, the DJI Neo 2 Fly More combo with RCN3 remote controller. This is engineered directly for action vloggers who need to navigate tight, unpredictable spaces. Flying an open propeller drone close to obstacles carries a massive risk. A single unexpected wind gust can push the drone into a tree branch, snap a blade, and end your filming day instantly. With integrated full-body propeller guards, the Neo 2 physically bounces off obstacles, flying safely through narrow, breezy gaps where traditional drones would crash. Backing up that physical armor is a high-efficiency digital transceiver system, which maintains an ultra-stable control connection with the included remote, even in complex, cluttered environments. Using a single-axis mechanical gimbal, combined with rock-steady digital algorithms to handle the other flight axes, your final footage is slightly cropped. For creators flying in hazardous, tight gaps, slightly reducing that raw optical clarity is a necessary and smart trade-off to guarantee the physical survival of your drone against sudden wind gusts. At number 2, the DJI Mini 3 camera drone with 3-axis mechanical gimbal. This drone solves a major formatting headache for the vertical social media creator. Standard horizontal video formats force a difficult compromise. If you want to use your drone footage for vertical social media reels, you have to crop away half of your valuable 4K resolution in the editing room. Taking a wide horizontal video and slicing it down into a vertical rectangle severely reduces clarity. More importantly, it magnifies any minor wind shake, making the footage look amateurish on a smartphone screen. The solution is hardware-based. A re-engineered mechanical gimbal physically rotates 90 degrees into true vertical mode, letting the sensor capture the vertical frame natively. The major trade-off for this specific capability is spatial awareness. To fit that specialized rotating hardware into the nose of the drone, this model sacrifices the advanced omnidirectional obstacle avoidance sensors found in the highest tier models. By utilizing physical true vertical rotation, social creators can finally shoot full-resolution vertical reels in Level 5 winds without relying on destructive digital cropping. And at number 1, the DJI Mini 5 Pro Fly-Noir combo with DJI RC2. This is the ultimate prosumer perfectionist tool designed specifically for severe coastal conditions. Historically, if you wanted to capture clean, unshaky footage in harsh low light or heavy gales, you had to carry a massive 5-pound commercial drone. Carrying that much weight into remote locations is often impractical for most creators. This sensor comparison shows how the Mini 5 Pro fits a professional 1-inch CMOS sensor directly into a sub-249-gram frame. By using a larger physical surface area on the right, it pulls in more light and detail than standard miniature lenses. It pairs that larger sensor with advanced high-torque motor algorithms and an expanded 225-degree gimbal rotation. This hardware locks the horizon completely in severe coastal gales, while allowing dramatic upward shooting angles that were previously impossible in this weight class. The financial trade-off is real. It demands a premium, high-end investment. But in exchange, it removes the need to transport heavy professional gear to remote, windy locations. This flagship drone demonstrates that investing in high-torque motors and a larger sensor directly results in a more stable horizon and improved cinematic clarity. Filming high-altitude or coastal aerial video shouldn't mean dealing with shaky, wind-ruined footage or losing control of a weak drone over the water. Upgrading your setup is not about just buying the most expensive camera available. It is strictly about matching your stabilization hardware to your typical flight environment. This digital checklist maps it out clearly. Beginners need the zero-latency screen of number 5. Budget travelers require the 3-axis gimbal of number 4. Tight space vloggers need the physical guards of number 3. Social creators need the true vertical rotation of number 2. And prosumers need the 1-inch fidelity of number 1. You just have to choose your ultimate trade-off. Decide whether your flights demand physical propeller guard safety, native vertical formatting, or elite low-light sensor fidelity. Lock your horizon in high winds by choosing your perfect drone through the purchase links waiting for you right below in the description box. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 4K drones fits your specific wind scenario. Understanding these hardware trade-offs is exactly how you build the ultimate aerial kit. See you in the next one.